Okay, this video is how to use Twitter to create recurring tweets in Twitter. We're going to go ahead and start with Twitter. You need to be signed into your Twitter account first. Then you're going to go ahead and go to Twitter. That's twaitter.com. And you're going to sign in. Sometimes the button's here, sometimes you'll find it over on the left. Either way, you're just going to click it to log in and tell it to authorize app. It does take a minute to go back to the screen and to get to the screen where you can enter tweets. Now you're on the screen where you can enter tweets. At the bottom, these are your tweets that show just like they do on your Twitter wall. And that really doesn't matter because we're not here to read tweets, we're here to post them. So what we're going to do is pick an image, and I've already got one set up, and this is the product that I want to tweet. There's a few different ways to do this. First way to do it is to click the Twitter button, which, as you know, will tweet this item once, and we just copy it from there. You can leave the via add this off because you don't need that. And we go ahead and go back to here and just paste it in. The URL is already shortened for us, so we don't have to do anything other than add a few tags to it. Then we're going to hit schedule. We want this to recur. Now you don't want it to recur close together because it is technically against the Twitter rules to have recurring tweets. So you want it to recur far apart, and you want to post other things in between, and you don't want all of your posts to recur the same time. So making it weekly every Monday may not be a good thing. Especially if you do it like 3 days a week, it may not be a good thing. You can do it monthly. I have several that run like the first weekday of the month because that's going to change. It means that my post will always appear the beginning of the month. Normally what I do though is daily, and I set it to a number anywhere between like 23 and 65, whatever I'm randomly in the mood for. So this one's number will be 42. Every 42 days this will appear at 6:34 p.m. starting today. I'm going to go ahead and change that. We want it to occur at 9:34 p.m. starting today. I don't want it to end because this is not a seasonal post, so it doesn't need to end. If you have a coupon or a holiday, you might want to run it only for a limited time, and you would do that by limiting it here, and we'll show you an example of that also. I've got my date, time, my recurrence set up. We don't want it to end. Time to hit schedule. Takes just a moment. The screen will turn gray and this little clock will go around for a moment, and it usually freezes for just a moment before it comes back. Don't worry if it does that. Just give it a minute. Sometimes it'll freeze for up to 2 minutes. That's not a big deal. Just let it freeze. It will come back. Let's go ahead and schedule a holiday tweet now, and I've already again set up another product tweet. This is actually a Thanksgiving design. It says, "I don't care what the pilgrims say, I am not dinner." And there's another way to get a link. You can grab your link from here, the top row link, not the one you would use for Blogger because you just want the direct link. Or if you have the link builder button on your bar at the top, you can use that, and you know that pops up like this. You get that from Zazzle University. So now we're going to go ahead and take the link we have and we're going to paste it over into here. And one thing that I have learned is with Twitter's URL shortener, it removes everything that occurs after the and symbol. So you want to make sure that your referral appears immediately following the question mark. So I just delete this all out so that it says question rf equals and my ID number. I then come over and hover on the shortened URL, and the only option that works currently is bit.ly. So I choose it, and again the screen goes gray, and it'll take a moment while it shortens my URL. While it's doing that, I'm going to go back over to here, and I'm going to go ahead and I want to paste a portion of this description from my product, and I'm going to go ahead and use that here in Twitter. And I'm just going to paste that in. I'll also fix the spelling error and capitalize the letter that I missed in my description. It tells me here how many characters I have left on my tweet, so I'm going to add a #Thanksgiving, which just barely fits in there for me. And I'm going to go ahead and put a hash in front of the word turkey. Still have one character left, but that's okay. We can live without it. Next will go ahead and again hit schedule. And because this is a Thanksgiving design, it doesn't need to appear in August. So we're going to recur it, and we're going to tell it to start, let's say October 19th sounds like a good time that people might start thinking about Thanksgiving. And because this is going to appear for just a short time because it is a holiday, I'm going to recur it a little more often, and I'm going to go ahead and let this one recur every 9 days. I'm going to go ahead and make it appear at 7:30, let's say 7:45, because that's a good dinner time because I am set to East Coast time. And 7:45 is usually a good evening time that people will be on their computers. Now, because this is Thanksgiving, I don't want it to keep running in February. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. And we're going to end it the week of Thanksgiving. We'll end it a few days before Thanksgiving, since with shipping, they wouldn't be able to get it if they ordered it the day before Thanksgiving anyway. So now that we've set it, it'll run from October 19th to November 21st every 9 days. And we're going to go ahead and hit schedule. Again, the screen goes gray and it freezes up for a moment. And then it should come back. Like I said, sometimes it'll freeze longer, sometimes it'll freeze less. And sometimes it just appears to get stuck, but you just kind of gotta wait it out because it is scheduling this for you. Once it is scheduled, which as you can tell takes a few minutes, there we go, you can keep making another. The other thing you can do is you can also edit ones that you've already done. And we're going to go ahead and edit this first one here by clicking on the little pencil. And it takes just a moment. And it's going to open it back up in the top, and you'll be able to see the schedule that you set for that one. I know that this is a little slow. It's a combination of both Twitter and my internet tonight being slow because we've had some storms in the area, and you know how that slows things down. Once it comes up, you can see that this is a Christmas Angel, and it's set to run from 11:10 until 12:25 every 6 days. Maybe I don't want it to run till 12:25 because that's too late to order anyway. We want to stop at sometime around the 21st. So we'll change it to the 21st and we'll hit save. Usually doesn't take as long to save and edit as it does an original. The closer you put them together, the longer it tends to take to save them. And now you know how to schedule recurring tweets using Twitter.